Actually, I've been trying to up my reps and do lesser weight so I get back my cut as well as keep my strength.
Fiction. That is fictional. You don't up the weight and drop the reps to get shredded. To get shredded.
But no, if this don't count as a bench, as a PR, I guess it don't count. But that's fine.
And so another factor that is in favor, remember, I'm trying to make this fair. Another factor that is on his side is the fact that he hasn't benched 300 pounds yet. If he was in fact taking performance-enhancing drugs and he got to 275 that quickly, he would very easily be able to continue to 300 pounds. And so the fact he's stuck at 275, the fact he says he does the same workout every time he goes to the gym, perhaps that's in his favor. I would certainly think that if he was on performance-enhancing drugs, that he would be able to do that same workout and continue to improve. However, it is possible that he took performance-enhancing drugs for 30 days, got to 275, and then stopped taking them. And if you stop taking them, it's going to be much harder to continue to improve. And so I still don't know what to believe.
According to him, he just dances, and I never saw him hit the gym on his IG. Guys, you need to research harder than last time. Of course, he's not just dancing. He does push-ups and sit-ups and calisthenics. But he has since then said he's put on 20 pounds in 30 days.
He also showed me in the gym when I did the post about me saying I gained that weight. I'm doing work. I'm lifting iron. You showed me doing it, but now you're saying that I'm saying that I only did it this way when that's not what I said. For people who are not paying attention, I see how you can be consumed into this.
I still don't see how he sees this, but he clearly sees this. He's not lying. He doesn't think that I explained it properly. I didn't want people to think he gained 20 pounds in 30 days without going to the gym. He clearly went to the gym. I thought I showed that. Perhaps I didn't show it harder than last time.
You really think the guy can look this good from just dancing? People have no idea. This body...
Hell, look up a ballerina. And these dudes have never, touched a weight, at the gym, whatever, but their legs look crazy. Like guy ballerinas or them just lifting girls all day. Heck, cheerleaders. There's some cheerleaders. I knew guys who weren't lifting weights and they were just lifting girls.
Yes, I in fact was a power cheerleader. I remember lifting girls all the time, over the head, all kinds of stuff. And yeah, you can build your legs doing throws with girls and so on. But to me, that's not a dancer body. That's a body that's dancing, but also lifting things. You're not going to get pecs from dancing. Now, doing push-ups, especially weighted vest push-ups, lifting people, obviously it's going to help. Now remember, anyone who's a power cheerleader, especially at the highest level, I certainly think they're going to be lifting weights in addition to lifting girls.
But those comments that he is reading say 1 year ago. Which confirms what I'm talking about. The video he's showing is when I did calisthenics only 1 year ago. Then he shows the comments that are from 1 year ago of them asking me am I natty or not, and some people saying no, I've never seen them, work out or go to the gym. You're right. At that time, I was just doing push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups, but I did add a weight vest to get a little bit more size, which only got me up to 145. So yeah, but he's trying to make it seem like that's what I just did in 30. Like, you see what I'm saying?
And so I just don't understand. He was 140, then he was 145, then he was 140, then he gained 20 pounds in 30 days. Now, if he had just said, I put on 20 pounds in a year natural, and it wasn't all muscle, but some body fat, and he was eating in a calorie surplus, I'd 100% believe it. I'd have no problem with that. But the thing is, 20 pounds, almost all lean tissue in 30 days, I don't want people to go out there and think that they can just join the gym and also expect to gain 20 pounds. Oh, I know, I'll just go in a bulk, I'll eat 3 chicken sandwiches and 2 other chicken sandwiches, I'll eat a bunch of rice and chicken and whatever, and I'm going to put on 20 pounds in 30 days. It doesn't work like that. And so he is perhaps a rare anomaly. He already has clearly gifted genetics. Think of it. He already looked amazing at 145 by just doing calisthenics with a weighted vest. If you can get a body like that by doing martial arts, dancing, and so on, you clearly have amazing genetics. And so if he is in fact natural, imagine what this guy would look like in 3 to 5 years of training with weights. And then add to that another 5 years of training with super supplements. You know the ones I'm talking about. Perhaps he would be an IFBB pro. And so hopefully he's natural, but hopefully you understand that you should not expect to gain 20 pounds in 30 days. The reason I made the video is because I don't want people to go out to the gym and think that, hey, in 30 days, I did the same workout, I only put on 3 pounds. Perhaps there's something wrong with me. I need to take steroids. The thing is, most people are not putting on 20 pounds in 30 days. If you just go to the gym and eat a calorie surplus and you put on 20 pounds in 30 days, you're most likely just got fat. This guy, he never got fat, but perhaps Perhaps it's because he was in such a low calorie diet, 7% body fat. Perhaps he was dehydrated. And after training for 30 days and eating appropriately, perhaps his testosterone levels went up. Perhaps he's using several natural supplements. And perhaps that's why he put on 20 pounds in 30 days.
One of my biggest pet peeves is people think, oh, if you just try hard, you can all look like that. No.
And maybe this is my optimism here. Maybe not everyone can do it, okay? Because if everyone can do it, whatever.
Maybe not everyone can do it. This guy has elite level genetics, way better than the average person. If you took 100 people and you said, we're all going to dance harder than last time, we're all going to do push-ups every morning, 500, and do 50 pull-ups, if you give them 30 days, not many are putting on 20 pounds. Sorry, maybe 1 in 1,000. Most people are not putting on muscle like this guy.
But I do have a theory that maybe not a lot of people can do it because they are not as dedicated as they claim to be or actually are. I try to be an example of what that looks like when you are dedicated and you do choose to do something naturally.
And so here's the thing. I'm going to give you some psychology, some science to this. People who are very good at something, they over-attribute the fact that they're good at something due to their hard effort, their work, their dedication. All of that. And they undervalue their genetics and their environment. And so if somebody's a multimillionaire like Coach Greg, typically you're going to say, yeah, it's because I trained harder than everyone. I grinded. I studied harder than everyone. Guess what? Even if that's true, you are also lucky. Lucky you have amazing genetics. Luckily you have a family environment that allowed you to do these things. Perhaps the country you're born in. If I was born in Cuba or the Dominican Republic, not as great of a chance. I'm going to be a famous YouTuber. And so people who do really bad at things, they over-attribute the bad luck, bad genetics. And so here's the thing. I'm accurate. I'm dead on balls accurate. When I say I'm successful and have an amazing physique, I say it's a lot to do with genetics. It also has a lot to do with hard work. Other people think, oh, that's because I'm bragging. I'm a narcissist. I'm not doing that at all. I'm literally saying I look this good because I'm lucky. I have great genetics. I train hard, but I have great genetics. Other people who train just as hard as me, just as long as me, they're perhaps not as successful. It's not because they didn't want it bad enough. It's because they weren't as lucky. I'm lucky. Many of you watching my videos right now thinking, this guy has 2 million followers. Clearly he's lucky. And so I admit it, I have a lot of luck. And so how is that being a narcissist? I'm literally saying I'm lucky to be able to do what I do. How is that me thinking, oh, I'm better than everyone else? I'm luckier than a lot of people.
Now, again, these are 1 year comments. Back then, I wasn't lifting. Back then, I was not lifting. These all say 1 year. Wasn't lifting. And no, but technically I was doing the weight vest. So maybe that counts. If that counts, then I was. But I was still doing calisthenics.
Now, technically speaking, his old photos from a year ago, he did have cap delts and he had a well-formed chest. And so he did have that amazing physique at 140. These comments refer to him at 140, not at 160. And so even at 140, what these comments are saying is that there's no way this guy is natural. And so think of it. Even at 140, people are doubting it. And so imagine these commenters saying he's not natty at 140. And then tell them, oh, he put on 20 more pounds in 30 days. What do you think they're going to say about his after photo? I'm pretty sure they're all going to say the same thing. We don't think this guy is natural.
Now, it is, of course, possible that he's taking G tests, that he's taking test boosters, perhaps with Tom Catalee, Fedosia agrestis, ashwagandha, and so on. And perhaps that's allowed his body to have more testosterone. Or perhaps he just has ridiculously amazing genetics that allow him to build muscle while being at single-digit body fat.
Yes, what are you taking? What natural supplements are you taking? Because if you're not taking enhancers, what are you taking that's natural that helps you to have 7% body fat or less and have plenty of energy and do this? Unless he just has amazing genetics, of which he has to say, look, guys, I have 99 percentile genetics. I have better genetics than almost everyone. This is why I could do this.
It might be that second one, because I definitely don't take whatever the thing he's talking about. I just don't take it. I don't know what to tell you guys. I just don't take it.
But if you do want to take it, obviously, click the link in the description. Use code Greg, 15% off.
He makes a living based on how he looks and how he can perform. Imagine the pressure for him to look good on social media.
First of all, I make a living from my skill set.
Yes, from his skill set, but with those skills and having that body, it's certainly adding to it. I have a certain skill set. I scream and shout, sound like a parrot from Aladdin in videos. But if I didn't have the biceps, would people listen to me about how to train, how to eat, how to diet? If I never had single-digit body fat, would everyone have followed me? Would I have gotten 2 million followers? If I had 25% body fat, no muscle, and made my videos, would people have listened to the information? It would have been the same information. Hey everyone, this is what you should eat. This is how you should train. But would people have listened? I don't think so. And so sometimes the cover of the book does in fact matter. The thumbnail, the outer exterior, when people look at that, they have certain opinions. And so if you look good, more people are going to look at you. And so yes, he has amazing skills. I've said that. He's an amazing dancer. Phenomenal. Unbelievable. But I also think that because of the way he looks, the chiseled six-pack, it's certainly helping to his credibility.
He's, again, mixing my calisthenics body with my bulk body, they're actually different. So I don't, look like my calisthenics self when I am at this weight now. I'm not as cut as I was, but I'm still pretty nice. Actually, I've been trying to up my reps and do lesser weight so I get back my cut as well as keep my strength.
Perhaps the missing link here is what was his before weight and what was his after weight, and how much body fat did he actually gain? Clearly, he said it's not 20 pounds of muscle. We've established that. But is it possible he put on 20 pounds of weight in 30 days? Maybe, but looking at his body right now, he looks like he hasn't put on a lot of body fat. And so I don't know what to think. But he claims this, I'm trying to get leaner again, so I'm upping the weight and dropping the reps to try to get leaner. Fiction. That is fictional. You don't up the weight and drop the reps to get shredded. To get shredded, you need to go in a calorie deficit. Perhaps you need to watch Coach Greg videos, literally what I do for a living. And so rather than changing the rep scheme, thinking I'll drop the weight, do sets of 15 to 20, get shredded, that's not going to work. Do what works for you. You build muscle the same way while bulking as you do while cutting. The difference is the amount of calories you are consuming.
Greg, no, there's no animosity from me to you. Hey, make your money, player. Do what you gotta do. But if you have wrong information about me, I just feel like...
There you have it. We've summed it up. And I have to say, based on his body language and what he's saying, I feel like he's being honest. I don't feel like he's trying to deceive us. Now, based on this, I'm almost certain that he hasn't used steroids. He specifically said, I don't use steroids. He hasn't specifically addressed SARMs or MK677. He hasn't spoken about HRT, but I don't believe he's using that. But he hasn't said anything specifically about SARMs and or peptides. He hasn't commented on any supplements he may or may not be taking. He says he's going to make a more in-depth video on exactly what he's done. I personally would love to see it. The guy put on 20 pounds. Perhaps it's not all muscle, but to do so in 30 days, obviously he did this with amazing genetics. But I want to know, what exactly did he do? And here's the thing. If you can put on 20 pounds in the first 30 days, could you not put on an additional 20 in the next 300 days? I mean, think of it. Let's give him the fact that he does in fact have some newbie gains left. After all, he's never hit weights in the gym. He said he never really trained his legs that hard, so perhaps he had newbie gains left in his quads. If you can put on 20 pounds in 30 days, in 1 month, should you not be able to continue to progress? Do you put on 20 pounds in 30 days and then put on nothing for 300 days? Or do you not continue to go up, although not at the same rate? It should at least be going up. And so I would expect to see this. If you put on 30 pounds in the first 30 days, the next month, perhaps it's 10. Month after that, 5. Month after that, 2. Month after that, 1. But you should continue to be able to progress. And so if he doesn't add any more weight, I'm going to have to ask why. Why was it you were able to gain 20 pounds in 30 days, but then not able to gain anything after that? That to me is sus, but based on the video, the vibes that he's getting, he doesn't appear to be a dishonest man. He's not against people taking steroids. He says, I just don't do them for me.
I would never do a performing enhancement drug because I feel like it's a slap in the face to my hard work. No offense to anyone who does. Do your thing. Be jacked as you want to be. That's great. It's not for me. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't do it.
Let me know in the comment section. What do you think of this? Do you like my analysis, my reaction? Do you like his reaction? What do you think? 20 pounds in 30 days. How did he do this? And is he going to keep going? Perhaps if he has some reading time, you could read about my training books, my Circle Diet book, How to Lose Weight, Keep It Off for the Rest of Your Life. Of course, the cookbooks 3.0. If he's trying to cut back down, he could eat these delicious recipes and make it easier than last time. You won't need to eat just chicken sandwiches. You can eat so many foods, absolutely delicious. Interested in any of these, the hard copy or the PDF, don't forget to click the link in the description and enter code Greg 15% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algo. Of course, like the video if you liked it, and of course you liked it if you're still here. Watch one of those two bloops, and until next time, I am out.